When you write a chapter of your novel, talking about me, there's no proof, no immediate proof that you're going to get what you want right now. There's no proof that people are going to like it. There's no proof that you didn't just get paid. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody just handed me some money for doing that. And so there's part of the brain, if I don't tame it in the right way, if I don't frame these ideas in the right way, there's a part of the brain which is going to panic and basically say, you're wasting your time. And wasting time equals danger, equals going to die, not safe, scary, panic, don't do the work anymore. It really does have that kind of impact on me, at least. I mean, I'm assuming for everybody. So without that immediate, if money is the number one piece of evidence that you are looking for to prove to yourself that your creative work is worth doing and isn't a waste of time and is safe to do and is beneficial to you, then it's ironic that it can corrupt what you're doing and basically corrupt your action so that you don't take action, and then you end up never getting paid for your creative work. So it's almost like a catch-22. And the only way out of it is to reframe it and to focus on the things that you can control, the outcomes that you can control from creation. You can be the most talented novelist in the world, but if you are relying on your art to pay you to eat, then you may end up losing touch with your talent and what makes your art unique and readable and special. And that's what would end up getting you paid in the end. So in creative work, you're trusting in several invisible forces. Everybody says trust the process, right? But it's the idea that showing up and continuing to work on your creation, it's going to produce clarity over time. I really feel this with my novels. The way I write is so messy at the start. And then in the last 30% of the effort that I would put into my writing, it comes together in a beautiful way. And really, you have to trust the process a lot of the time if you have a similar creative process to me. It's knowing that work is cumulative, creative work is cumulative. And the last thing that you can guarantee from your creative work is not how the audience is going to receive your work, but the humanness of the audience. So the way I see it is that when I'm writing, I do feel really good when I'm writing, and then I go, oh, this is reading well. Like I just got lost in my own work for a second. Like the way I did this and then this and then this and then this, I felt like I was dragging the reader down into the story and giving them like questions and promises and making them excited about what's going to happen. And in a way, then there is an external measurement, is probably the wrong word here, but there's an external force there of what I'm looking at. There's an external mirror, a reflection. But really, what I'm relying on, what's really happening is that I'm feeling these emotions. Like I'm feeling like engrossed in the work. I'm feeling that this is good. And what you can rely on is that the audience is also human. And so what resonates with you will also resonate with someone. Not everyone, probably, but if it resonates with you, then you can trust that it'll resonate with other people. And so it's not about needing approval from other people, but it's about, it becomes internal again. So it's not external, even though it seems like it could be external. It's like a fine nuance there, where it's really about how it impacts you. You can trust that it will probably have the same impact on other people. And that's definitely true with me. When I write something and I think that it's good, and I share it with people, most of the time I get the response that it's good. And then I go, well, I know it's good. So I don't even feel good about getting that external validation. So, I mean, this is the tricky thing about all of this. Like, when you get what you long for, then in the end, it can sometimes not feel enough. And so it's less about reaching the end of the tunnel, finding the light at the end of the tunnel. It's about how do you deal with being in the tunnel. Creative anxiety is a control issue. The mind is wanting control. If I can The mind is wanting control. If I can predict the outcome, then I'll feel safe. But you are creative, you are creating something new. And so you don't know what the outcome's going to be, and you don't have control over the outcome. How do you counterweight that? For me, these ideas are starting to click, and I'm finding that the amount of time every day that I can spend on creative tasks is just, and it's what I've been hoping for so long. And so as I continue learning these things, I mean, every day I wake up and I start thinking, how do I write more? How do I create more? How do I help people? How do I entertain people? How do I entertain myself? How do I get these ideas onto a page? How do I write the novels that I want to write? It's just relentless. And so my whole life, really, my primary motivation in life is to create things that I love. And so that's what this channel is about. I'm here to help people create more. And if you want to create more, then please, sub or something. This is my first video, so awkward. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. I'm probably gonna come up with new ideas tomorrow, and I may just make another video tomorrow, I don't know. But that's okay. If I can just unlock part of this, and I can become 1% more creatively free, then, that's a huge win for me, because creation is almost everything to me. Because creation is such a huge part of my motivation and why I get out of bed. And on the other side of that, it's such a frustration to me when I'm not able to put in the effort and the time. Basically, when uncertainty sabotages my actions, it is incredibly frustrating. It's one of the worst feelings as a creative person. When you know that you can make something nice, beautiful, that you would love. And so if you would love it, then other people would probably love it. But you somehow can't take the step because you're scared. Because why? Because you want to know that it's going to work before you even do it. But there's no proof. You're not going to get that proof. That's not how these things work. That's not how creativity works. So we've got to reframe these ideas in our mind. One thing that I heard from someone on a podcast a long time ago, at least 10 years ago, from a writer, she said that I heard a writer on a podcast a long time ago saying that to write good fiction and to write every day, you've got to sort out your finances and you've got to make money from like a day job, basically. And it is true. That can help quiet down this anxious mind. So it is really recommended that you have your finances in order so you're not worried about paying the bills. That can really help to quiet this anxiety and then allow you to be creative. If you are creating from that anxiety, you're going to be on 30% efficiency. Really fix the mindset. Then work and create freely without needing result. The idea is that if it fails, that's okay. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to grow. I'm going to have clarity for what's going to work better next time. Like I'm going to know, I'm going to be able to keep moving into the next thing and then the next thing. And then you just know, hearing me, that eventually it'll work out. If that's what you can do, if you can just keep going and just keep going and just not really care if it doesn't hit these metrics of money and audience reception and likes and whatever, then you will end up making something amazing. And like, what did they say in Rome? Like, build it and they will come. Like, you've got to build it without knowing that they're going to come. You've got to build it before they come. And that's really hard. So how do I convince myself to start writing right now? How do I convince myself to start creating right now? As soon as this video ends, how do I start writing? Good question. click subscribe and we'll try and answer that question together.